Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome to the finale of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So we've basically done everything that we're going to do at this point right now, and we are going to go and fight Ganon, or Ganondorf. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So now that we dispelled all the barriers, we can go ahead and walk inside, and the final fight can now commence. We kind of just want to head up the stairway, get rid of these keys. Yeah, get rid of the keys. There we go. Okay. And head to the top. Okay, yeah, I got rid of that one too. Get rid of these Dynafolds, whatever those are. Got rid of that one. This one. This one. Also, I don't know if you can hear, but in the background there's a very faint sound of piano, and you'll actually find out what that is pretty soon. As you get higher and higher up into the castle floors, the piano actually gets louder. So you'll hear that maybe. Also, for this next part, I'm going to use Big Orange Sword because this part is risky. No, not this part. Might as well use the Big Orange Sword anyway, though. Okay. 2, 1 jump slash should do that. And we get the boss key from that, just like that. The boss key's a lot easier to get in this, this place than any other place in the game. Okay, so we got the boss key. We've got just about everything in this dungeon, and now we can go ahead and finish it up. I don't know how many floors there are that are left. Okay. So these are the two, I forget what they're called, but we're gonna get rid of them. Okay, well we started off pretty good. One more jump slash, you get this one. We got him, and we also got hit at the same time, but we got hearts too. Alright, so that was the last floor of enemies. And now we can head up and fight Ganondorf. Let me make sure that I have my Master Sword equipped. And let's go ahead and do this. So, here's the boss door. And this is actually part of the final boss, or not the, yeah. This is actually part of the stage for it, so. And then climbing up these stairs, you can kind of really start to hear the organ music now. And once we reach the top of this, we will finally be at Ganondorf, and we can face off. So, it's been a while. Now we can finally go ahead and fight Ganondorf. Let's enter. Alright. So immediately we see, well, you'll see it in a second, but we can see Zelda still in the crystal, and we see Ganondorf. And he still has her held captive, and we are ready to finally end this. The Triforce of Courage is apparently showing up on Link's hand, and he is more than ready to fight. Okay, alright, you see Zelda's Triforce piece, and Ganon has the last Triforce piece. So usually here, if you're low on hearts, you will gain all your hearts here back. But we didn't lose any, or much, so that didn't happen. But alright, so now let's go ahead and finish this. The Triforce parts are resonating. They're combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago, I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally, all the Triforce parts have been gathered here. Alright. And now it's time for the final boss. And that's apparently Ganon's power with the Triforce of Power. Alright, so here we go. The final boss, Ganondorf. Alright, so this boss is kind of like the boss from the Spirit Temple. Or not the Spirit Temple, the Forest Temple. What you want to do is wait for him to launch his balls of light, and then you want to just deflect them back at him with your Master Sword. I think you can use the Big Goron Sword too. In fact, I'm positive you can. But I'm just using the Master Sword just because. And then you shoot him with a light arrow, and then from there you just jump onto the pillar and hit him with your sword. Alright, so that's the first round of this done. And occasionally he'll actually shoot like a very large amount of the light energies at you at once, and those can only be deflected by using a spin attack, or a large spin attack. Okay, so let's just keep playing basically energy volleyball with him. Shoot him with a light arrow, and then just wail on him with our sword. Alright. Pretty sure we could have gotten another hit in there. Alright, so it's just basically the same pattern, just keep doing that and you should have it. It's not too hard, but it's also not too easy. If you do mess up, you can fall down there, but you may actually have to go down there if you need resources, because there are resources such as the energy potions and the energy jars and hearts down there if you need them. But so far we seem to be good. And this is like one of the longest ones I've ever seen. This one should probably do it. Alright, shoot our light arrow. Alright, let's just wail on him. And after this, there probably might be like one more that we need to do. Wait for him to start shooting again. Okay, now this is the really hard one, or the one with a lot I was talking about. As soon as he shoots this at you, you need to do your spin attack. Shoot him with your light arrow, and then just hit him again. This one should probably be it. Or not. He does take a lot of hits, but I'm guessing next hit will probably beat him. Okay. So just swing back. Alright. Pretty straightforward. Next one or two should probably get it. There we go. And there we go. We have beaten Ganondorf. We've won. We've beaten Ganondorf. And now he will begin to explode into light and crumble his castle? Okay. And it's over. We've also rescued Zelda. She's coming down from the sky now, and she is finally rescued. And now we should be able to leave the castle, and everything should be fine the way it is. Okay, now here's where things start to get bad. As Zelda's about to tell you right now, Ganondorf is using the last of his power to collapse the castle. So we're gonna have to get out of here as fast as we possibly can. Okay, so we just follow Zelda, and she basically just leads us and tells us where we need to go. Alright, so we actually have a time limit for this. If we don't do it fast enough, then we fail and we have to start over again. So let's just have Zelda lead us down here, and yeah, that's basically it. We actually can't progress without Zelda because Zelda actually has to open these doors for us. So let's wait for Zelda to do that. Okay. And this is actually pretty lengthy for the amount of time it gives you. If this is like your first time doing it and you're not very fast, it is a little hard. Okay. Alright, Zelda, so open this door for us. Okay. So after this one, I think in the next room we actually have to fight 2 Stalfos. And then, actually after the Stalfos, I'm pretty sure there's no more enemies that we have to fight. No, it's the next room that's the Stalfos room. Okay. Alright, so head into this room. And even further down the tower. The next one is the Stalfos room. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get my... If we continue to walk, okay. Walking near Zelda, that's when the Stalfos start to attack. And this is where I'm gonna store my jump slashes. Where is... Okay. There's actually 2 Stalfos here. If you don't kill them fast enough, then the other one will respawn and you'll have to start over. So, being careful on this is actually pretty essential. Okay. There we go. Alright, done just like that. Alright, let's go, Zelda. Open the next door. Okay, and then after this one that we're going through right now, we should be heading close to the end of this little run through. I'm pretty sure, so let's see. Yeah, we just wait for Zelda to open this door right here. Let's go, Zelda, come on. Okay. Alright, and this is where time really starts to factor into this if you were going a little slow. At this point, if you're going kind of fast, I guess, you should have this amount of time left. And to make matters worse, coming straight through here, there is actually a re-dead, which can slow things down even more, so I'm just going to jump slash this because I have a little extra time. Alright, we got rid of that. Let's open this one up. And this is the last one. After this one, we are led to the beginning of the castle. So I'm gonna run through. And the pillars are damaging. They don't do that much damage, so it's not a big deal. Alright. Have Zelda open this one. And we are out. The castle is now collapsing, and we have defeated Ganondorf. And from this point, you just watch it collapse. It's exploding and everything. So, yeah, we've finally defeated Ganondorf. Everything seems to be going good at this point. Seems to be going well. Beat Ganondorf, his castle is collapsing. And yeah, so let's see what Zelda has to say about things after this, and see where we stand from there. Alright. It seems that we've won. It seems that we've beaten Ganondorf, and everything here is now okay. Alright, it's over. It's finally over. And Navi's telling us how she's sorry she couldn't help us before. Let's see what that was. I guess it's not over yet. Okay, so it's definitely not over yet. Ganondorf is back for one last time. Or he's trying to come back for one last fight. Alright, so let's see what happens this time. Alright, so Ganondorf is no longer Ganondorf, but is actually Ganon. This fight is a little tougher, and Ganon will do a massive amount of damage if you manage to get hit. And we actually lose our Master Sword for the first half of this fight, so you really want to be careful with this. The basic strategy for this is to roll under him and to hit him with any of your items. Every item that you have basically does the same amount of damage for this fight. So, just wait for him to start swinging, roll under him, and then attack. Okay. Oh, I got hit there. See, that did a ton of damage, and I have double health. That would have did 8 hearts if I didn't. Okay, I got hit that time, but we're good so far. Okay, let's see if we can just stand behind him and get him like that. You really don't want to get hit in this fight, especially if you don't have a lot of hearts. Once again, this is only phase 1. There are 2 phases of this. Alright, so we've gotten the first phase of Ganondorf down, and now we have to get our Master Sword and finish the rest. Let's pick up the Master Sword. And let's finish this. Alright, this is phase 2 of the fight. If you want to make this a little easier for yourself and you're high on supplies, you can actually shoot Ganondorf in the face with your light arrows, and that just makes him vulnerable right away. But the rolling strategy also works very well. I'm almost at half hearts. Probably should have actually gotten fairies before. Okay. Alright. Roll. Roll. Alright. There's probably only a few hits left on this fight. I'm actually going to use the light arrows again, and I'm going to jump slash and see if that does anything. Hope I didn't take too... Okay, I didn't. Like I said, this fight is a lot tougher than the other one, so paying attention is really important, and make sure that you keep an eye out on your hearts. If you really need hearts, and you're running very low in this fight and you don't want to risk it, if you stand behind one of these pillars and he manages to hit it, you can actually get supplies inside. Now that time I got bombs and they weren't very useful, but it's something. Alright, so maybe about 1 or more 2 hits and this should be done. Alright, this is it. Zelda's holding him down, and now we can deliver the final blow. Alright, so let's do this. All we have to do is press B, our sword is powered up, we are ready to do this. Just stand in front of Ganondorf and do it. Lock on. And that's it. We've defeated Ganondorf. Fight is finally over. We finished this game. Ganondorf is finally defeated. We've done everything that we had to do. And now a sequence will show all the sages, and they are going to seal Ganondorf once more. Alright, so let's see what happens. They all gather together. And now they are all going to use their power in order to seal Ganondorf so he can no longer escape. And it's being done. So we've defeated Ganondorf. He's no longer a threat. And we have finished this game. And here's some text from Ganondorf here. This is after he's sealed. He is not very happy that we have defeated him. You can actually see him in a second. He can't even move. He's just stuck in place. And he says one day the seal will be broken and he'll get out, apparently. But I mean, there's a ton of other Zelda games, so in a way, I guess that's kind of true. But we've beaten Ganondorf again. This was a very, very fun experience. I enjoyed it. Wow. I don't really know what to say right now. I had a lot of fun playing this game, and we finally beaten it. The ending and the credits are actually coming up pretty soon. So now that we've beaten Ganondorf, we're with Zelda. And let's see what she has to say to us. Wow. This took me a very long time, and I was pretty lazy and took a lot of breaks with this. But we're finally done. Thank you, Link. Thanks to you, Ganondorf has been sealed inside the evil realm. Thus, peace will once again reign in this world for a time. Oh, and she blames everything on herself. Zelda, don't blame everything on yourself. It wasn't your fault. Yes, you dragged us into it, but you drag us into it every time, so it's no problem. Okay, so now we have to lay the Master Sword back in its pedestal and close the door of time. And by doing this, the road between times will be closed. Now we have to give her back something. What are we giving her back? We're giving her back the Ocarina. And because she's a sage, she can turn us back, or bring us back to our original time. Okay, Zelda. So let's do it. Alright, so... Wow. I feel really good that I finally finished this. I had a lot of fun. And, I can't wait to do more LPs. This was honestly a lot of fun for me, besides the fact that I had to do a ton of item collecting. But, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing another Zelda game in the future. It probably won't be recent, but, or not, it won't be, like, soon, but definitely I will do another game in the future. And now Zelda's playing the Song of Time, and we are being returned back to our former self. Back when we were a young Link 7 years ago. Now, everything's working out just the way it should have worked. Thank you, Link. Goodbye. We've beaten Ganondorf. We've cleared out all the temples, and we've done everything we had to do. Well, yeah, that's Ocarina of Time, guys. This is basically just the outro. So like I said, I will most likely be doing another Zelda game in the future. I have a few in mind. In fact, I have a bunch in mind. I'm thinking more along the line of one of the handheld Zeldas at the moment. And eventually I would really like to do Skyward Sword, but that game is very, very long and it will require a lot of preparation. And I don't want to go into something that I know is going to take a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. Besides Skyward Sword, there are a bunch of other games that I'm thinking about playing. I'm thinking of doing Earthbound. Definitely Earthbound. That's a game that I feel really excited about doing. I don't know when I'm doing it. It may be my next LP. It may not be my next LP. But I'm thinking about doing Earthbound. I'm thinking about doing Majora's Mask, Minish Cap, Link's Awakening, Sonic Generations. All of these games. Yeah, so I might be doing those games in the future. Like I said, I might have a few bonus episodes for Ocarina of Time. Like I said, this game was very, very, very fun, and I enjoyed playing through it once again. I played through this game multiple times. It really, really never gets old. This is one of my favorite games of all time, if I haven't told you that yet. This is a game that I've played like all my childhood. I remember when I was 8 actually. I used to come home and play this game just about every single day. And if I wasn't playing this, I was playing Majora's Mask. And the first time I actually beat this game, I was 8. It took me about like 2 months actually. It was not easy for me, and most of the time I just like to like run around and explore everything. And yeah, I had a lot of fun then, and I had a lot of fun now. And I am looking forward to doing future LPs. This was my first LP, pretty much, or the first LP that I've finished. And I'm looking forward to finishing more. Twilight Princess, I know I started that before, but at this point it's been so long since I've updated on it, I may just completely delete all the episodes I have, and then just restart the game fresh with the Wii version instead, because I think that would be a little easier. Yeah, so now we can see more of the credits. We see a bunch of multicolored flames, and as you can see, there's actually everyone that we've talked to. Just about everyone in this game, they're all rejoicing, they're happy, all dancing, having like a party. Everything seems to be okay. Just about every the Song of Storms guy is like spinning in the air. And we never saw that carpet guy, but he was actually in the Desert Wasteland, so I might show him in a bonus as well. I'm honestly not sure if and when I want to do bonuses at this point, but they might happen somewhere in the future, because there are a few things that I did leave out in this game that I should probably do. But yeah, we finished this game, and there's a giant Goron. That's the Goron that made us our big Goron sword. And the thing I like most about this game is that everyone is kinda, you know, just everyone that we've talked to, they're all in one place now. And when you see Mido and King Zora, they seem pretty upset because they don't have Ruto and Saria around with them anymore. But then things kind of look up for that because, well, you can see they're kind of flying around because they're the sages. Yeah, this game has it is a very nice storyline. I've never really paid much attention to the storyline before because there are Zelda games that have much better storylines than this one. But at the same time, this game does have a very good storyline, especially for its time. This is rated one of the best games of all time, and I agree with that 100%, especially for its time. 1998 is when this game came out, and it was a major hit then, and it still is now. I mean, the game was recently just remade about 2 or so years ago for the Nintendo 3DS. And even though the 3DS version is very fun, I still prefer the N64 version. This game will probably be a classic for days to come. It's an absolutely amazing game. It's much different than any other game out there. It's an amazing game, and I honestly think this is one of the best games of all time, if not the best game of all time. But as we saw earlier, Zelda's returned us back to our normal form, and now that Navi's work is done, she can go ahead and leave, and Link can go ahead and go his own way too. Navi no longer needs Link, and Link no longer needs Navi. I'm pretty sure it's still apparent that they're friends though. And as you can see, presented by Nintendo, and you see the sword, or the Master Sword, in its pedestal. We have finished the game. Now we see Zelda. She is looking through a window. And who is this? It's Link. It looks like he's coming by for a visit. Now that everything is over, and they have nothing more to worry about, they can finally reunite. But that's it. That is the end of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Thank you all once again for watching this Let's Play. If you watched all the way through, thank you if you watched any of it actually. And I will see you guys later, hopefully with a new LP. So once again, I had a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.